All right, so let me clarify, just some of the things that we are talking about, because maybe you're just new to the channel. So here at Tower Genius, Kevin Donahue and I have been talking about trends in the industry. We've been publishing blogs since 2009. We've probably answered over 2,000 questions on our site. We've got well over 2,000 content pages. A couple hundred videos. So we've been around the industry. Kevin and I have over 50 years combined experience in tower infrastructure leasing, coming from the other side of the business back 22 years ago, and then helping thousands of cell site landlords across the United States. So one of the things that I'm very, very passionate about, maybe you've seen that in some of these videos, are these total bogus BS, load of baloney lease optimization shakedown proposals. There are companies out there that are going after property owners, and they're scaring the bejesus out of you, right? Oh, we're gonna, your site is gonna be going for alternate site review. We might decommission your site. We might relocate the site. So that's, you need to take a look at for what it's worth. Most of these carriers don't want these sites moved off the existing towers. So you have like the big three, big four tower companies that are saying, look, give us a rent reduction or we might move your site. They're not going to move that site. Almost never going to move that site. The risk, the big risk are some of these rogue companies from India and other places, right? From Boston and other places that are out there, in New York City and other places, that are trying to get in between the existing tower company with subcarrier tenants there and you. So they might be proposing to build another tower on your property or a tower across the street. And let's say, the tower behind me, Crown Castle site, it's been there for over 20 years. It's got a couple tenants on it. That tower has mature leases, mature subtenants on there. And those master lease agreements, this site could be easily generating $10,000, $15,000 or more a month for Crown Castle, right? I'm not saying that's what the landlord's making, but it's a great revenue stream for them. So the carriers are not paying $2,000 a month anymore. Maybe they're paying $5,000, $6,000, $7,000 a month or more. It very easily happens, and I've seen behind the curtain before, so I know what I'm talking about. So what do these companies do? They come in and they say, they go in and they go to the property owner, hey, we'll build you a site, for $800 a month or $1,000 a month. We'll lease a site here on your property. And then they go back to the carriers and they say, look, Mr. at&t, Mrs. Verizon or whatever, how about you come to my tower here? My tower's a lot cheaper. Instead of paying $15,000 a month to big bad Crown Castle or American Tower or SBA, hey, come to our site. You're only going to pay $3,000 a month, $4,000 a month. And they're locking the property owners into these really bad terms. So that's really the risk here. So if you have, for example, if you have a rooftop cell site in a big city, you're getting $5,000, $6,000, $7,000 a month on a mature site. If it's in Brooklyn, if it's in Queens, places like that, busy urban markets, those sites are at significant risk of obsolescence in the next 10 years or less. And so if you take a rent reduction, it's just stupid. Don't ever take a rent reduction on one of those, because why would you do that? If the site's going to go away eventually anyway, collect as much money as you can for as long as you can. Don't give them a rent reduction. Just tell them to stop bothering you. And you know what? They don't have a budget to move it across the street or next door. It would cost them another $200,000 to do that, at least. They're not going to do that. So chances are that the site is going to be worth considerably less in 10 years. Let's say if there are 50 small cell nodes or whatever the new technology is going to be that they're going to put out there, and they could just say, look, Mr. Landlord, we have all these other sites around your area. We don't need it as much. There's not as great a need for this cell site any longer. Give us a 50% or 70% rent reduction. At that point, just say, bye-bye, I'm not interested, take down your site. And they'll take it down because they literally won't need it at that point. So you have two choices. You just keep collecting the rent, number one, or think about selling it, right? You sell it, you just don't want to be, and why, the next question is, well, why would these other companies want to purchase it if it's going away? Well, let me give you a hint. They're pretty stupid, okay? They have no idea, right? These banks, these finance people, they're a bunch of suits. They're not infrastructure people, and they're just going to package it up and sell it off to some other schmo, okay? Some other person that's just going to end up holding the bag, all right? So this is like freaking Ponzi scheme. You understand? Bernie Madoff, stuff like that. These companies that are going to purchase these are going to package them off and sell them off to someone else that's going to resell it and resell it. That's just how Wall Street works. And, play the game for as long as you can. You just don't want to be caught holding the bag when the music stops. You want to be sitting in musical chairs. I use that analogy a lot. You want to be sitting in a chair when the music stops on these rooftop cell sites. So, again, don't give them the rent reductions. Just don't. Just say no. There's no good reason to do it unless there's some construction project or some legitimate reason. Saying that, it's just we have to reevaluate the significance to our network. That again is just a load of what. So anyway, hopefully this helped clarify. If you have any questions about an offer that you get, give us a call at Tower Genius. Our number's 888-313-9750, or fill out a form at our website, towergenius.com. And we look forward to talking to you soon. Have a great day.